She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, then hi, I'm Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you are interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm presenting you a comparison between the different sizes of Chanel bags that I have, which are mini, small, and medium. We'll discuss pros and cons for each bag, and I will also show you mug shots. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching. And before we begin, for size reference, I'm 5'11" or 180 centimeters, 120 pounds or 55 kilos. So I would say that my frame is actually really tall, obviously very, very unusually tall, and kind of still petite at the same time. It's really weird. So yeah, when you hear me talk about the bags and you see the mug shots, please keep that in mind. Alright, so let's start with the smallest bag, and for me this is this little mini over here. So mine is a denim limited edition CC logo. I think that I got this one around, I believe, 2018, and this is actually my only mini in my collection. I don't have any other minis, and to be honest, I don't plan on getting another one, but this one was so special I just couldn't let it go, so yeah, I had to get it. So we'll start with the pros. The first pro for me is that it has a very, very, very long chain, meaning that you can wear this bag crossbody. That's actually the first pro. You can wear the bag crossbody, which is really nice because, you know, if you're like in the subway in Paris or something, or in an area that you don't really feel comfortable, you can have this bag crossbody, which makes it a lot safer. So that would be actually the first one. But then the second pro is that the chain is very long, so you can wear it crossbody comfortably. So for me, even though I'm 5'11" or 180 centimeters, when I wear it crossbody, the chain kind of makes it so that the bag sits, I would say, on my hips, which is perfect. Like, it's the very comfortable spot for me, for my height. So obviously it depends. If you are really, really short, that could be a con, but for me it's perfect. So yeah, I love the size of the chain over here. That's really the good length. Then another pro is that it is a very small bag, meaning that it's easy to fit in spaces. So for example, you know, when I'm traveling and I want to take different purses, this is obviously a lot easier to take with you than, say, like a medium or even a jumbo, because this fits a lot easier in your suitcase. So, you know, if you just put it in a stats bag, you can fit it in like a small corner of your suitcase and it won't take that much space. Versus, yeah, obviously like a medium or a jumbo, this might take like your entire suitcase. So for me, these are very strong pros about this bag. Alright, so now moving on to cons, and for this I will open the bag and you will understand right away. For me, a massive con about this bag is that it doesn't fit much. You can only get the essentials. I hope that you can see clearly from here. For me, I can probably fit my phone, home keys, car keys, and then maybe like a small cord holder, and that's it. Like no lipstick, no like AirPods, anything like that. So yeah, it's really, really the essentials. So if you want to carry around, like, you know, I don't know, like stuff, like a hand cream or like hand sanitizer or mask, like all that stuff, this might not be the best choice for you because it is really small. It really doesn't fit that much. It's first small, but then kind of tight here. So yeah, it's really not the best if you're looking for a bag that can hold a lot. So that's something that you have to keep in mind when you purchase a Chanel bag. Like, what is your intention? When would you be carrying that? What would you be carrying? That kind of stuff. And then another con for me is that despite the length of the chain being ideal for a tall person, the bag itself is actually really small, which makes it look a little funny on me. Obviously you'll see the mug shots like in a second, but for me, at least for me, when I wear it, I kind of feel like I'm wearing the bag of like my little sister or my daughter. I have neither of those. But if I had a daughter or a little sister, I feel like I would be wearing her bag. It looks tiny on me, and I then tend to look even bigger than what I really am, or like even taller. So I would say, for me, in my opinion, that if you're a tall person or a bigger person, this might not be the best size for you. And then also, if you're really short, then the chain becomes the problem, because yeah, if it sits on my hips, then for you it's probably like mid-thigh. So yeah, it's just a little weird for me to have this size of bag where the chain fits tall people and then the bag itself fits small people. So yeah, a little weird. Alright, so moving on to the second size of bag that I own. This is the small size, and mine is obviously black with caviar leather and then gold hardware. I actually did an entire video review of this precise bag, so if you're interested in knowing more about this bag and knowing a little bit more about what it fits and all that, then I will link the video in the little information box right here so you can go ahead and see that. Alright, so in terms of pros of this size, for me, this is the perfect in-between sizes where you don't have to make a compromise on what you're bringing. This can actually fit a lot, so I will open it for you. I feel like there's still gonna be the papers. Yes, there are still gonna be papers. There we go. Okay, not anymore. So yeah, I mean, you can actually fit a lot more into this bag than in the mini size, which is kind of weird because it's only one size up, but it feels a lot more than one size up. It's a lot thicker over here, and then obviously it's a lot bigger, higher and all that. You can really fit a lot more. So here, in addition to the essentials that I named for the mini, you can definitely bring hand sanitizer, even hand cream, lipstick, mask, like all of that would work. So yeah, it's a lot more practical because you really don't have to make a concession about what to bring. And then for the second pro, for me, this is really not too showy. I feel like it's still discreet. You can see that it's Chanel, obviously you can see the logo, but it's not like, you know, this kind of overpowering, like, oh my god, she has a Chanel bag from like 50 kilometers away. Like, that's not the case. So it's still discreet enough and not too showy that you can bring this for occasions, you know, when you may not want to be the center of attention, like for example, a wedding or something. This would be my ideal wedding partner, by the way, because it's still very discreet and kind of like low-key. At the same time, a lot more than like, say, a medium or a jumbo. I feel like for me, mediums or jumbos or kind of very showy, you can see them from like a mile away. And yeah, if you want to avoid being the center of attention, this feels a lot less showy. And finally, the third pro for me is that this would be the perfect bag size for everyone, for every body type, and for every occasion in my mind. So let's say that you're looking to gift this to your wife, your fiance, your friend, your mother, but you know, you don't really know their preferences, and yeah, you don't want to ask them because it's a surprise. I would really recommend that you go for a small because it's kind of in between and really perfect for anyone. I could definitely see this on smaller people, on bigger people, on taller people, on shorter people. This kind of works for everyone. As you will see in the mod shots, I feel like it looks perfect on me. So yeah, even if you're looking to gift this to someone who's really tall, it's not because the size is small that it doesn't necessarily work. I feel like for me, this definitely works. And yeah, in my idea, it's the perfect size for every body type and body shape. And to be honest, I actually have no cons. Like, I was trying to think of cons for this bag and I couldn't think of any. It was a little hard to come up with a single con for this bag size. So yeah, I will not try any harder. For me, there are no cons for this bag size. And finally, the third bag size that I'm going to present is obviously a medium. And so for me, one of the mediums that I have is this beautiful Tiffany blue with, of course, caviar leather and then champagne gold hardware. This is actually my favorite bag in my collection, so obviously I had to choose it for this video. But yeah, let's start with the pros. So for me, the first pro is that it fits a ton. So I will open it for you and you will see that it fits a ton. Like, it's amazing. I think that it's kind of hard to tell just from, like, you know, me holding it like this, but on top of everything that I've named for like the small one, you could even fit like bigger items, say like, you know, like a power bank or something like that for your phone, or like a face sunscreen or something like that. So it's very practical. It's kind of like the bag where you really don't have to think about what you may or may not bring. You can even carry like, you know, keys or something for your husband. Yeah, that happens all the time for me. So mine always tells me, oh, can you carry this? So yeah, bigger bags are preferred, I would say. So yeah, this one fits a lot. It's perfect for that. And then the second pro that I have is that, in my opinion, it is the perfect bag size for a bigger or a taller person. So you'll see in a minute when I present you the mod shots. For me, I feel like this is the size that looks best on me. Because yeah, like I said, I'm super tall. Obviously, you know, I'm not fat or anything, but I am super tall, and so I look a lot kind of, yeah, bigger than other girls. And so yeah, for me, it just feels like this kind of goes better with my body than, say, a smaller bag, because I feel like smaller bags, maybe not the small one, but definitely the mini, they make me look even bigger than what I really am, which, you know, I feel like I've kind of struggled with my height for a long time. You know, when I was like in grade school and then in high school, I was always the tallest, always taller than boys. So yeah, I finally, you know, like made peace with my height, and I actually do like it now, but I still feel like you have to dress according to your body size and shape and have to accept it. And so for me, yeah, I've come a long way, and now I've accepted it. I've accepted the fact that it is really hard to find pants for me, and yeah, I'm a lot taller than a lot of boys. Yeah, I mean, I think that it is best to dress and to have bags that go best with your body type and shape. So for me, for a bigger or a taller person, the medium size is what I would recommend. So now in terms of cons, obviously, even though this is my favorite bag in my entire collection, yes, there are still cons. The first one would be that it is very large to carry. Say you want to take this bag on a trip, but you don't want to wear it in the airplane, and so you put it in your suitcase. This will take literally half of your suitcase. So yeah, you may not want to bring other bags than this one. Versus, you know, say the mini, for example, obviously this kind of fits in a corner, and then you can add a lot of more stuff. With this, it's very large to carry, so that is definitely something that you may want to think about if you are someone that travels a lot and, you know, wants to have their bags on hand. This is something to consider for sure. And then another con for me is that it may be very showy, depending on first the occasion and then your body type. So obviously, because it is a larger bag, it will draw a lot more attention, kind of actually, even I would say regardless of your size. Even if you are a tall person or a bigger person, I would say that this draws a lot more attention because it's just, yeah, bigger in general. So yeah, if you want to be kind of like low-key casual, I wouldn't recommend necessarily this size. Obviously, I have several bags of this size, so for me it's not so much of a problem because I kind of choose the bag size according to the occasion. This is not something that I would wear, yeah, like I said, at a wedding. I would choose something a little bit more casual and less flashy. But then second, yeah, compared to your body type, this may be something to think about if you are very petite, if you're, you know, short and then small at the same time. This may be a little bit imposing on your frame. Obviously, this is something that you have to think about. It's totally up to you. There's no like right or wrong. It's just, you know, kind of my personal opinion. For me, I think this looks great on me. And I don't think that the mini looks that great on me. But yeah, if you are, you know, a little bit short and a little bit of a smaller frame, then this may not be the best bag size for you. At least if you want to be kind of on the down low. Obviously, there is no right or wrong bag at all, but my recommendation for everybody would be the small one. I feel like the small size fits everyone and is perfect for every occasion. So if you're looking to gift someone a Chanel bag but don't want to ask for their preferred size, I would definitely go with the small. That being said, yeah, it's completely up to you. It's what you want to do with the bag and how you want to feel with the bag. So yeah, I hope that this was at least helpful and that you enjoyed it. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.